left fielder, Scott Stetson, who had a fantastic ball game. Scotty, congratulations on a great final series and an incredible final game. How weird was that?
It was final game for sure. You know, it was intense all the way through. Everybody was playing really hard, and it's a lot of fun, always a lot of fun, especially out on this beautiful, beautiful field.
All right, Scott, let's go all the way back to the second inning. You come up with 2 on and 1 out, and you get a fastball out away, and you just hit a rocket shot to right field for that 2-run triple. Were you looking for a pitch out there? Because that looked like that is exactly what you wanted to see.
Yeah, I was looking for a fastball out over the middle outside of the plate, and that's what I ended up getting. So I took a swing and managed to put it in play pretty hard.
And, Scott, to finish up the season, you went 2 of 3 today with the 2 RBIs on the triple. You also got hit by a pitch. You stole a base. You did a little bit of everything. And on top of it, you had front row seats to 2 of the most controversial calls we have seen all year long. So let's start with the little bloop into left field. Why don't you describe that play for us from your point of view and what exactly happened?
Well, Ippolito lost the ball in the sun. I mean, that's a really tough play for the shortstop coming over like that. And he did a great job just to get even near the baseball. And it was unfortunate the ball dropped and got the out at third, and I don't know what happened at second. I definitely thought Mikey was on the bag, and everything looked great, and they just called him safe. I really don't know.
No, you were right. He was out.
He was out.
He was out.
Yeah.
He actually, Gamba, I think, for whatever reason, just thought it was a hit, and he just went real lackadaisical into second base, and no urgency at all. And the sad thing is, none of the umpires literally saw it. I looked, and every umpire was looking somewhere else, not anticipating the throw going to second. It was a heads-up play by Gino just to make the throw there.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it surprised all the umpires.
Mm-hmm. It definitely looked like it did. I mean, none of them really knew what was going on. And what makes it even worse is there was one guy, one of the umpires, was kind of shaky, saying he might be out, he might be safe, I don't really know, kind of giving us some false hope, false information as well. So that was interesting.
Well, no, he was being honest. They really did not know because nobody was paying attention. It was painfully obvious that nobody was watching.
And that gets followed up by Scott. You hit a ball deep in the hole at short, and Padilla really made a nice play.
Oh, yeah, he did.
And the ball hit the grass and slowed up. And just so you know, Scott, you were safe. We watched the replay.
By over half a step.
Yeah, that's what I was screaming. I was screaming, I beat it by a step. I beat it by a step. So it was nice to get my 2 cents in.
It's not like we like to have on the post-game show somebody who gets kicked out of the game every week. But you know what? You were clearly safe, and the first base umpire missed that call badly.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? He will not have to serve a second game suspension because there is no more for him.
Nope, that was it.
But, Scott, because this is your final game, tell us a little bit about what your future holds for you, not only in baseball but more particular in life.
Well, hopefully I'll find an independent team to play for somewhere either around the country or around the world. I mean, just love the game and want to keep playing for as long as possible. And after that, you know, have a few years of independent ball, and then try to get into coaching somewhere, either here or at the junior college that I went to. Just some way to stay involved with the game because I love this game. I never want to leave it.
Well, I tell you what, Scott, we have enjoyed calling you for the past 2 years. Last year you just had a simply phenomenal year, and last year you were playing a position near and dear to my heart as that's where my son played. That's where I played in high school. I was terrible. But my son played out there. He was a very nice center fielder. You did the position proud last year, and you know, congratulations, good luck, and way to finish out your season, your senior season. We're proud of you, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
That's our first Bistro 234 player interview. That's Scott Stetson, left fielder for the Warriors. 2 for 3 with a big 2 RBI triple. We're now going to wait as the equipment gets shifted over to Nick Voumard, our second Bistro 234 player of the game.
Earned run. He has walked 2. He has struck out 17.
Okay, those are nasty numbers, Nick. Just nasty.
Yeah.
Well, there he is. He's the master of the understatement.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know it was that good, Nick?
No, honestly, I had no clue. You know, I don't really try and look at numbers too much. You know, I always just want to try and do my job. And, you know, if I can do my job and help us win, then that's all there is to it.
Well, talk about that transition from starter to closer and what you have to do mentally and physically, and is that a role that you relish coming in with the game on the line?
You know, it's definitely different because my whole life I've been a starter, so it's a lot different. But mentally, it's kind of cool because I can, I know if I'm coming in the ninth, I'm just trying to throw the ball as hard as I possibly can, and obviously locate too. But when you're a starter, you have to really establish, 3 pitches, hopefully. But coming in relief, especially as a closer, I mean, if you can throw the ball hard and where you want it to, and luckily, I have pretty good control this year, and I have my slider has came back to me, which has been really, really beneficial. And then I have the changeup in the back pocket too, and a lot different. But I like it, and we'll see. What Coach Kenny has to say coming into next year. But yeah.
All right, Nick. I want to walk me through your mindset as you saw that 8th inning unfold. First of all, as you're getting ready in the pen, it's a 3-0 ball game, and you guys are on cruise control. Everything falls apart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, were you thinking you were coming in if Travis had not gotten Falco out?
Yeah, I was actually ready before that. I thought I was going to come in with the bases loaded and no one out, and that's, especially that's really with the game on the line there. So, I was watching, and it's tough because I don't have a rubber arm, so I have to really kind of watch the way I warm up and be careful about how much I throw because, you still get 8 pitches before you actually have a hitter in there. So I really have to kind of be careful with how much I throw. And, yeah, it was definitely a crazy scenario. But
and then go through us the bottom of the 8th where your team is really 1 strike away from going to the 9th inning in a tie game, and then 3 consecutive singles by Colombini, Mulry, and Ippolito, and then the plunk to Franciscitti. And just so you know, because you wouldn't have known this, that was the first guy Bradley had hit all year in 36 innings.
Yeah, that's definitely not a good time to hit someone. But
Again, the master of the understatement.
But, I'm happy he did because, I knew in the 9th if I was able to come in with a 1-run lead, I was going to do everything in my power not to let them score. These seniors deserve the world, and, we didn't do what we wanted to do this year. But, beating Chico is always – you always want to beat Chico because –
It hasn't happened very often,
exactly,
Nick.
Yeah.
And you guys can be proud. You are the first team to take 3 of 4 from Chico State since 2008. And you won more games in this series than you have in the previous 25 games.
Yeah, yeah, I knew that they definitely had our number coming in, but we played really well.
And then the other thing that you can take solace in, the difference between this game, if they win this game, they're the number 1 seed in the CCAA tournament. They lost the game, they fell all the way to number 6.
Oh, really? I had no clue.
Yeah,
that was a big one for them.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely don't want them to make playoffs because they're a team that, when they get in the playoffs, they play their best baseball, later. So it was good that we played the way we did this weekend, and that was definitely the goal, was to try and knock them out, and we did. So that's good.
So, Nick, final question. The atmosphere today, not only with the win, but with the 1 run, but just this whole weekend. Special atmosphere, maybe a little different than the other series you played this year?
Yeah, it was definitely a lot louder. Chico packs, they pack a lot of people here. They had a lot of fans here, so it's always nice when you hear our fans cheering and theirs not really saying anything. That's always nice.
I love it, Nick. That's Nick Voumard, the closer today, through 1 inning. Perfect inning for a save as the Warriors beat Chico State 4-3. And Nick Voumard, Scotty Stetson, our Bistro 234 players of the game. We're going to take a short